So my name is Shell. I'm in third year physics, but my fourth year overall because I did a foundation year. I go by they, them pronouns because I'm non-binary, and in my time at Swansea, I've really enjoyed doing all the new things. I've been trying to go through all these different societies because during my foundation year and first year, I did shoreline, I did choir, I did taekwondo, and then a funny little thing happened at the first half of my first year. So I couldn't really do societies as I usually would. So what I did is I still did shoreline online. I did STIG, which is the improv group, and that through Zoom is entertaining to say the least. So I think that was fun, and I also got more into getting out. I literally walked, the amount of times I've walked the entire coastline of Swansea is ridiculous. I found loads of new places. I even got into climbing in the hangar, which I think is really fun. I'm not the most coordinated person, but do you know what? I'm taking it as a challenge, and I think it's really fun. I just like to get out there, have new adventures in life. I feel like I'm going off what my friends tell me. So, excitable, passionate, and dedicated. This was a really hard question, in my opinion. It's quite hard to choose. But I think the overall encompassing thing is about communication and accessibility of information, because no matter how good your campaign is, no matter how good or how many workshops you run, if nobody knows they're going on or what's going on, then there's not really any point. I think I have many friends, or me myself, struggled with getting help. So I personally have ADHD, learning difficulty, and I had to try and get help during the pandemic. It was incredibly difficult. The process is incredibly difficult. And the thing is I didn't know where to go. I just found it through word of mouth. And I feel like it would be a lot better if people had a more centralized location for information. How I would solve this is kind of having more backups available for certain demographics. So an SBLD backup. I would run workshops for going through the DSA process for learning difficulties, and I would also have backups for accessibility, so maps on where things are, so gender neutral bathrooms and lifts and water fountains, because I feel like it's very important that people know where things are, and I would try to make it just so much easier, run things constantly to make sure that people know who to go to for help and where to find it. So I believe that for lecturers and academic mentors, they have a lack of understanding for mental health and any kind of accessibility needs, and this is kind of going to impact you because your academic mentor is your point of contact in uni. Even if you don't go to societies, even if you don't do anything else in uni, the one thing you'll have is your degree and your academic mentor. And I believe that the best thing to do is to campaign for them to have better mental health training. There's the previous welfare officer has created mental health first aid, and I feel like getting the lecturers, encouraging the lecturers to take something like that would be really helpful, because the amount of times that I've had friends who've had, say, a bad time, especially during COVID, mental health problems, and them going, well, just work harder, it's very discouraging, really, when I feel like if we try and encourage the lecturers to get some more training, especially the older ones, because they didn't actually have to get that training and when they first joined. So I would campaign as part of the union to get them to have more accessible mental health training, and if that's not if they don't all do that, then I would create myself a more support network so that people can get help. I know this so well. I go to Tortilla, get a burrito. I can tell you my burrito order if you really want. And I go to JC's, get an iced coffee. Yeah, love iced latte specifically. And yeah, if you want to know my exact order, you've heard of a taco shell, but now get ready for Shell's burrito. I know that's terrible, but so I go for tomato rice, black beans, vegan chili, guacamole, bit of cheese, a bit of hot sauce, and a squirt of lime. I recommend trying it. It's a good burrito. Ooh, that's hard. But the thing is, as much as I'd like to be on Strictly, I've got 2 left feet. So I will have to take the challenge of I'm a celeb. And you know what? You know, it might give me the Tucker Charles. I think it would be a bit of fun. I'm not too scared of spiders, so, you know, bring it on, I say.